Hey guys, welcome back to Lindy Lou Productions. It's Courtney here and I'm coming at you with another fun video. This is a series that I am going to be filming, like I said last time, and I'm hoping to release one about once a week, and it is going to be based on favorites and least favorites of certain horsey topics. So just stick with me. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you have any more ideas for me of different ones that I can film, let me know. But yeah, so today's video is going to be about my favorite and least favorite riding disciplines. I personally have a lot. I could go on more than just 5, but to keep this a fairly short video, I thought I would just film 5. So yeah, I'm going to start with my least favorite. So my number 1 least favorite riding discipline would have to be saddle seat. I worked for a saddlebred farm for a lady for quite a few years. That is all she showed, primarily was saddle seat, and I just don't really care for it. The horses are very hot, and their movement is really high and kind of awkward, and to me just doesn't look natural or comfortable, and I just wasn't a fan of it. My second least favorite discipline would have to be eventing. I don't really like cross country. I like the show jumping and the dressage part of it. I just don't really care for cross country. To me, it just seems really dangerous. Like, there has been so many people that have had really bad life-altering accidents or have died because of cross country. I just don't care for it. It makes me nervous to watch it. I could never picture myself doing it, and I just don't care for it. My third least favorite riding discipline would be cutting. I think it's cool to watch. I give a lot of props to the people that do it because it's not easy. It does take a lot of work for horse and rider to get the job done, but it's just nothing that I would ever personally want to get involved with. My fourth least favorite riding discipline would have to be barrel racing, and I know this is probably going to be a surprise to some. I might get some flack for this, and it's nothing really against people that do it whatsoever. It's just something that like I like watching it for like 10 minutes and then I get bored because it's just the same thing over and over and over again. There's really no difference or variation to it whatsoever. I think it's really hard on the horse's joints to turn barrels that quickly and fastly. And yeah, just nothing that I could ever picture myself doing. My fifth least favorite riding discipline would have to be team penning. There again, when I go to rodeos and such, I do like watching it. It does get boring after a while. I don't really necessarily see the point of it being something that you put in like a show. Like, obviously ranchers need to use it on their ranch to catch cows and such, but like to put it in a show and be judged, I just think it's kind of stupid. So yeah, that's kind of my reasoning behind that. So next we're gonna start with my fifth favorite riding discipline. I would have to say that probably is dressage. I really enjoy fundamentals and the basics of dressage. I like watching it, I like learning about it, I like going to clinics for it. I just think it's really interesting, and I think it's really cool, the different things that you can do with your horse, the way that you make their body move, and the bond that you have with them in order to execute all of the movements. I just find that fascinating. Fourth favorite riding discipline would have to be Western dressage. So going along with dressage, this is just the Western version, which obviously is the same general basics and fundamentals, just in a Western saddle, Western tack. I really started getting involved with it with Lindy this past year, and her and I kind of got a little bit with it, a little bit into it, but then things just changed and I didn't have anywhere to ride her, and she dropped a bunch of weight, so yeah, a whole other story. But I just really feel like it's something I could definitely see myself doing down the road, hopefully, especially if I do get a gypsy banner, and that's exactly what I would want to get it for. But yeah, so I just love watching that, and I think it's really cool how much it's taking off too. It's really starting to get popular. My third favorite riding discipline would have to be reining. This is something that I've always liked and seriously considered getting into about 10 years ago. I just couldn't afford all the lessons and stuff. I knew a good bit about what I was doing and what the horse that I bought for that discipline I didn't about reining, and so it just was a little bit too much for me all at one time. But that is definitely something that I could get into as well down the road. There's a lot to it. It's a whole other world that I don't really know that much about, but I would love to learn. My second favorite riding discipline would have to be hunter under saddle, like at the breed shows, like the stock breed shows. I really enjoy that. I have shown it. I have had a horse that did it, and I enjoyed it. I since have sold all of my tack, so I would have to buy all brand new tack and a horse for it, but it still is something that I really enjoy watching, and I enjoy showing and riding, and I think it's a really cool discipline. And of course, I'm sure as many of you would guess, my first and favorite #1 riding discipline would have to be Western Pleasure in the stock breed world. That is what I've always done from day one, pretty much. That is what I bought Lindy for. That is what I showed her for. That's what I've shown a couple other horses in. And I think that, you know, somehow or another, I always will be involved in it. It's my favorite. I absolutely love it. I love how you have to groom your horse, the outfit you have to wear, the tack you have to use, just all of the ways that you make them move and all of the patterns that you can do, and I just love it. #1 favorite. So yeah guys, that's really all I had for today. I do plan on making this a series, so 1 video a week I hope to release, like I said earlier. If you guys have any different ideas of things, favorites and least favorites, that in, you know, horsey versions that you would like me to make a video on, please comment down below. And also comment down below what your least favorite and favorite riding disciplines are. I would love to hear your guys' opinion. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next video.